Brazil's president, Bolsonaro, he's in trouble with the Israelis and the Zionists here in the United States right now because of what some are saying was a slip of tongue, but he actually said, no, this is a fact. He said that there is no doubt that Nazism was a leftist political movement. And he made this comment just after leaving the Holocaust Memorial Museum in Israel. So you're not allowed to say that, because the truth is the Nazis were leftists.
That's right. That's the truth.
The National Socialist Workers' Party.
Right.
But the brainwashing in the West is they were a right wing.
Yes.
No, they were not. They were left wing.
Left wing socialist fascists. That's what they were.
That's right. And so the story here, this is Israel's Ynet News, said Bolsonaro's remarks directly contradicted information on the museum's website, saying that Germany's Nazi movement rose out of right-wing radical groups.
Oh, maybe the website needs to check their facts on this one.
Responding to the rise of communism.
So Israel's website, Israel's official website in the country has got it wrong. But that's where the propaganda came from. In Tuesday's televised remarks, the Brazilian president echoed previous remarks by his country's foreign minister, also claiming the Nazis were leftists. Asked by reporters if he agreed, Bolsonaro said, "There is no doubt." Right. He went on to say that the Nazi Party's name was the National Socialist Party of Germany, which includes the word socialist. The official name was the National Socialist German Workers' Party. All right. Despite their name, the Nazis followed, according to Ynet, a fascist ideology. Okay.
Right.
Well, fascism was not right wing.
That's right. It was
left wing.
leftist.
But people have been indoctrinated to believe something that's not true.
You needed a left-right paradigm to fight. So they.
One of the candidates in Israel's elections for the Knesset, he's the chairman of a party that's running for seats in the Knesset. He said today that he wants a Temple Mount built now.
Yes.
Not later, now.
Yes.
He said, quote, "I don't want to build a third temple in 1 or 2 years. I want to build it now." Moshe Feiglin said at a conference with the Jerusalem Post, referring to the site that currently houses the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque, where both Jewish temples stood in the past. The paper said such a move would be unrealistic in the extreme. Suggestions of even small changes to the status quo on the Tinderbox holy site have met with often violent protest. Okay, but the point of the story is leading candidates for the parliament, the Knesset, are campaigning on a platform saying, we're going to build the third temple now.
Yes.
Right.
You know why they got to do it now? They got their man in the White House. They got
the
Jared
builder.
Kushner in the White House. The Kabbalah stars are all lined up right now. All the numbers are in place to get this done. And they know they've got the people who will whisper into President Trump's ear, you are Cyrus the Great.
Cyrus, build this for us.
You're Cyrus the Great. You need to go down in history as the man who built the third temple.
Well, what they're doing now is they're taking tours underneath the city and the Dome of the Rock, and they've uncovered this new chamber or synagogue with the big ball in it.
Yeah, it's a golden globe that actually has a Hebrew prayer on the outside of it. It actually has a chamber inside of it, too.
It represents, and we showed this last week when Secretary of State Pompeo was there.
Right.
So what they did, the Jews excavated under the Temple Mount,
Yes.
knowing that the Muslims above the ground are now aware that below them is a Jewish synagogue, and they can't do anything about it. And so they have this synagogue underground, and they have this globe which represents the Ark of the Covenant, although they are calling it
The Ark of
the Torah.
Right. Because the Ark of the Covenant, remember, the container actually contained Moses' tablets from the mountain and also Aaron's rod. And so, and that would be perpetually in there.
Right. And so we saw Secretary of State Mike Pompeo taken there. He signed a book. I mean, you assume it's just a guest book. We don't know what.
But the rabbi overwatches the entire
Yeah, the
process
rabbi
very
makes sure
closely.
he signs it. Okay.
But they didn't open the ball.
They didn't open the ball for Secretary Pompeo. But what did Mr. Pompeo and Prime Minister Netanyahu say after that visit? He said, Mr. Netanyahu said, the United States is the new Rome.
Yes.
Yes.
And Washington is the new Jerusalem.
Yes.
Right?
That's correct.
exactly what he said.
That was made just a week or two ago. Okay, so we're going to show you.
Nary a peep out of any evangelical over here. Not
right.
a single one.
Nothing.
Nope. We're going to show you. Let's show the unedited version first. Okay.
First?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll be number 29 control. It's going to be Jair Bolsonaro, the president of Brazil, going down to the underground temple with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on April 1st.
All right, and before we show this, watch President Bolsonaro's eyes. He looks tremendously. This isn't where he's walking through the tunnels.
This is them inside the synagogue.
Yeah, but we don't have the video of him walking through the tunnel.
We do in the edited version.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Because when he was walking through the tunnel, the president of Brazil looked like he was genuinely freaked out, like he wanted to run and get out of there.
It was very odd
Very
situation.
uncomfortable look on his face.
Well, they showed him like all sorts like rings and other like relics.
Jewelry, pottery,
And-
excavations.
And then they opened this up and he looked like he was in it now. Like there's no turning back.
He looks a little shell-shocked here. Look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look very comfortable.
He doesn't know what to do. They're all like,
Where am I? What am I doing here? I'm
Like
not
he's
signing this
in
book.
an occult room.
they're like, here, you need to sign this. And he's probably doesn't even know what he's signing.
He just signed on to the World Zionist Conquest.
And see it. Benjamin Netanyahu put that pen
There you
down.
go.
Well, we got this deal done. Wow.
The rabbi said, yes, he's in. He signed his name.
Everybody was happy there except for one person, Mr. Bolsonaro.
He was not happy. And when you see the full video of him walking down the tunnels, his eyes, he looks distressed. He looks worried, like he's witnessing spiritual things that are troubling him.
That's right.
Now, we do have another video, and we've taken some editorial liberties with it, you might say.
Okay.
Matt, you want to talk about this?
Well, I put this together, a little montage of his trip in at the Wailing Wall and the synagogue and what might have came out when they opened up that mysterious globe.
What the cameras didn't pick up?
No,
so
yeah.
the True News cameras, we picked it up.
Maybe a rendition of it.
All right.
So let's
Hey,
roll that and see
watch
what
this.
that looks like.
ותדרם למזמרות, לא יישא גוי חרב, ולא ילמדו עוד מלחמה, אמן ואמן.
Okay.
It could have happened.
It could have happened.
There you go.
I mean, Steven Spielberg, he's a great director, and give him props.
There you go, the official True News version of what Brazilian President Bolsonaro saw when he went underground in Jerusalem and was given the secret guided tour of the underground synagogue